Hello, fans! Voulez-vous reward the fan avec moi? That was my French accent. Yikes. It's Moulin Rouge Day on RTF's Broadway Trivia Series, and I'm your host, Laura Heywood. Moulin Rouge is Broadway's newest musical. It's actually so new, it hasn't even started previews yet. First preview is this Friday, day after tomorrow, and yes, I already have my tickets. I'm going to that first preview. So if you're looking for early glimpses of the playbill or the merch or whatever outfit I decide to wear, make sure you're following me across social media at Broadway Girl NYC. Moulin Rouge, that sounds familiar. You may be saying, what do you mean it's new? Well, it's the Broadway version that's new. The film, of course, is a classic. To get you up to speed, and listen closely because there may be a spoiler or two, or like 7, in this intro. Moulin Rouge is the 2001 Baz Luhrmann movie that starred Nicole Kidman, Ewan McGregor, John Leguizamo, and many more. It follows the story of the beautiful courtesan Satine, Christian, a dreamy writer who falls in love with her, and Zidler, a duke who's determined to win Satine for himself. Set within the seedy yet glamorous underground culture of France's Moulin debut, the movie has spoken directly to the hearts of angst-ridden romantics for nearly 18 years and made a musical run for just as long. I am so excited to see it. Some of my favorite performers of all time, Karen Olivo as Satine, Danny Burstein as Zidler, and if you know the name of the actor playing Christian, keep that one close at hand for question 4. All right, here's how we play. It's simple. I'm going to give you 10 multiple choice questions about Moulin Rouge. The potential answers will pop up on your screen and you'll tap the one you think is correct. There's no penalty for guessing, so if you don't know, just tap something. There's a 33% chance you'll get it right. And every answer you do get correct will earn you reward dollars that you can spend on tickets and events, and you'll also earn reward dollars for questions answered correctly by anyone you refer. Make sure you let all of your friends know about Reward the Fan, and your username is your referral code. It's that easy. If you get all 10 questions correct today, you'll win your share of $250 reward dollars, and one person is going to take home 2 free theater tickets. After the Broadway Trivia Series, flip over to the Reward the Fan Facebook page for a 7 p.m. Eastern Facebook Live tailgate, where we'll give you hints to our 8 p.m. show, which tonight is spy movie trivia with our very own Bond girl, Ali Melendez. She's giving away Fandango gift cards, so you don't want to miss any of that. All right, we've got over 1,200 people ready to play, and I'm not going to keep you waiting any longer. I do want to shout out Jessie, who says Moulin Rouge is her favorite, and we've also got James176 and Asante3 with us. I'm so glad you're here. Remember, you can always send shout outs via Twitter or Instagram. Just let us know your RTF username, and we'd be happy to say hi or happy birthday or whatever you want within reason. All right, let's get started with question 1. Which one of these colors is most prominent in all of the Moulin Rouge posters? Red, green, or periwinkle? If you know your French better than I do, this one should be pretty easy. The title of the musical actually has the color in it in French, so all you really need to do is throw it into Google Translate and you've got your answer. Well, you actually don't have time to do that right now, but I don't think you need to. Surely you've seen the posters for the musical or the movie or both, or you just guessed. The answer is red. Not only is it on those posters, but the costumes for the show. I can't wait for you to see Karen Olivo's beaded dress. 945 of you are not seeing red. You're all smiles as we move on to question 2. Who played Satine in the film? Nicole Kidman, Katie Holmes, or Julia Roberts? Now, of course, we're asking about the 2001 film, not the 1952 movie of the same name. I literally gave you this answer in the intro, so I'm expecting you to get it right. The movie from 2001 starred this woman alongside Ewan McGregor. She received an Oscar nomination for Best Actress for her performance. Her answer is, or your answer is, that is, Nicole Kidman. She didn't win the Oscar for this movie, but she did take home a Golden Globe and a Satellite Award, so that's not too shabby, and she eventually got her Oscar. I'm thrilled that 830 of you got that right, and you're still in the game. Let's keep playing with question 3. In what country is Moulin Rouge set? England, France, or Ireland? This is another one that I've already answered for you. What am I doing? Giving this away? I think that maybe I'm being too kind, but what can I say? I want you to win, and we do like to start off on the easier side. I mentioned before that the title can be translated into French. Hopefully, looking at the options, you realize that they speak French in France. I see London, I see France, I see that 846 of you got this question correct. So how about a reward box for your troubles? What's a reward box, you ask? It's an in-game bonus prize. Everyone who got this one right will now be entered to win our question 3 reward box prize, which today is going to be a free life. One lucky winner is going to be getting a free shot to get back into the game. That means you can get one wrong and still keep playing. All right, deep breaths. Our reward box winner is VGB Michael. VGB Michael, congratulations. That's a free life and it's on its way to you. Feel free to celebrate, but don't go too crazy because we're still playing. It's time for question 4. Now for question 4, I want you to tell me who will be originating the role of Christian in the upcoming show Moulin Rouge the Musical. Daniel Huddlestone, Eddie Redmayne, or Aaron Tveit. Now I mentioned earlier that in the film version, Christian was played by Ewan McGregor, and let's face it, anyone trying to follow in the footsteps of the guy who played a young Obi-Wan Kenobi has some big shoes to fill. But all of us Broadway fans know that this guy is beyond capable. You've seen him in Next to Normal, Catch Me If You Can, Hairspray, Wicked, Grease Live on TV, and here's a big hint, his fans call themselves Tvader Tots. This might be the best fan name on Broadway. Tvader Tots? Of course, your answer is Aaron Tveit, and he's already familiar with the role, as are the other stars, because he played it at the Emerson Colonial Theater in Boston. And he is a true triple threat. Believe me, I love some Aaron Tveit. If you stop me on the street, ask me for some stories. Moving on, here's question 5. When is the official opening date for Moulin Rouge the Musical? July 25th, 2019, July 4th, 2019, or June 30th, 2019? Now, I mentioned that the show starts previews this Friday, but previews and opening night are not the same thing. But how long do previews last? If you don't know, don't worry. I've got a real easy hint for you. Just build a time machine, come back, and tap. All right, welcome back from the future. Did you find the answer? Did I look cute on opening night? All right, the answer is July 25th, 2019. Opening night for Moulin Rouge on Broadway is July 25th, 2019. We're less than a month away from that official opening, and you are 5 questions away from the official finale of this game. And 389 of you are still with me. Remember to use those extra lives. Here's question 6. In what theater will the new musical take place? The Music Box Theater, Al Hirschfeld Theater, or Broadhurst Theater? Now, this theater has been around for nearly 100 years. It did not always have its current name. It was actually first called the Martin Beck Theater. And in 2003, it was rededicated in honor of, here's a hint, a legendary caricaturist. Moulin Rouge will be opening on July 25th in the Al Hirschfeld Theater. Now make sure you get there early because Hirschfeld's illustrations are incredible and a lot of them are on display in both the ground floor lobby and up in the mezzanine. So whether it's before the show, during intermission, or after, check those out. Plus, they say his traditional aisle seat is left vacant during performances as a tribute to him, which is really saying something because if you know anything about Broadway theater owners, they want to sell every single seat. Are you sold on Moulin Rouge yet? Of course you are. Let's move on to question 7. What Broadway show was previously in the Al Hirschfeld Theater? Kinky Boots, My Fair Lady, or Burn This? Now, there have been over 50 productions in this theater, including productions of hugely popular shows like Annie, Hair, How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, and Into the Woods. And while both My Fair Lady and Burn This have had more than one production on Broadway, neither of them has ever been performed in the Hirschfeld, which by process of elimination means that your answer, which opened in 2013 and also prominently featured the color red, is Kinky Boots. The production set box office sales records and ran for over 2,500 performances. 297 of you got this one right. These boots were made for answering RTF questions, so that's just what they'll do. We are on to question 8. When did the Moulin Rouge film debut in movie theaters? 2001, 2000, or 1999? This one might be tough, especially because these years are all sequential. But if you've been paying attention, especially in that intro, and actually in one of the questions, you'll know I gave you this one twice. The film, which again starred Nicole Kidman and Ewan McGregor, hit the theaters on June 1st in 2001. It was a fantastic year for movies. You had Shrek, which of course became a blockbuster musical. The original Fast and the Furious. I can't imagine how they might put that on stage, but who knows. And Zoolander, all in the same year. Now, Zoolander I would love to see as a musical. I think I'd call it Blue Steel, the Zoolander story, and maybe I could star. That was my best Blue Steel. All right, 2019 is looking like a great year for Broadway and Moulin Rouge. I can't wait. Speaking of Moulin Rouge, let's talk basics. What is the Moulin Rouge? A nightclub, a spa, or a nail salon? Oh man, I gave you so many answers in that intro. It was like a veritable buffet of spoilers. I'm hoping that means lots of happy winners today. Before I reveal the official answer, I want you to know that this is actually a real place in France. The original building burned down in 1915, but they've rebuilt it. It still stands to this day. It isn't Broadway, but you can definitely see a fabulous show at a nightclub. That's right, the original Moulin Rouge has become a major tourist destination, but before that, it was one of the best nightclubs in the world, and the birthplace of the can-can dance. Who knew? Looks like 293 of you are proving that you can do this, answer, reward the fan questions, and you made it to the final round! Last question, y'all. You're so close. I'm crossing my research on the specifics of Moulin Rouge the Musical, which starts previews day after tomorrow. Question 10, what is unique about the seating for Moulin Rouge the Musical? There will be table seating, there won't be any seats, or the seats are made of bricks. We already discussed that Moulin Rouge is named for a nightclub. Specifically, it's a cabaret. And while many people are on their feet all night at a cabaret show, it's the performers, not the audience. And let's face it, brick seats would be hugely uncomfortable, not to mention hard to load in. So even if you didn't do your research by process of elimination alone, hopefully you chose, there will be table seating. They're calling it can-can table seating, and those seats are located directly in front of the stage. I wonder if that means that when the performers do the can-can, you've got to be careful not to get kicked in the face. No, I'm sure that's not going to happen. They really take the show to the next level with this opportunity to get so up close and personal. And speaking of the next level, it looks like 246 of you are about to enter the next level of Reward the Fan, because guess what? You just won! Congratulations, 246 of you knew your Moulin, you knew your Rouge, and as a result, you're walking away, or dancing away, with your share of tonight's $250 reward dollar prize. And that's not all that's up for grabs tonight. We've got fan very shortly. And as we get that lotto ready, I just want to say thank you. Shout out some of tonight's reward dollar winners. Jennifer B., you're one of those winners. Lucy Gagg, Spang, Beth G. So many people almost 250 of you. We have Rogers A88 and Blizzard X and Horn of Gondor. I wish that I had time to list all of them, but then we would be here through that first preview I mentioned. Remember, you can always send shout-out suggestions via tweet or Instagram DM to @RewardTheFan and or directly to me @BroadwayGirlNYC. Now, there's one thing left to do. Let's run that ticket lotto. All right, your names are dancing across the screen, and I have a front row seat. If I was at Moulin Rouge, I'd be in the can-can table seats. Front row is my favorite spot. I like to say if I can't see the wig netting and there's no risk of getting accidentally spit on, I'm not close enough. You may prefer to choose seats a little further back, but that's the joy of our ticket giveaway. You get to choose the tickets. Our grand prize winner today will receive a list of events in their area to choose from. And remember, if it's you, be sure to make your choice within 24 hours. All right, I think we have a winner. Okay, it's coming in hot. The winner of those 2 free theater tickets is Ryan A.Z. or Ryan Az. Congratulations, Ryan, you're our winner. You just picked up 2 free theater tickets. Now, if you're freaking out, good. That's exactly what we want. I want to see it. So make us a video. Send us a reaction of your big win. You can send it to the RTF TV section in the Reward the Fan app because we want to celebrate with you. To everyone, thank you so much for playing Moulin Rouge Trivia. Be sure to join Allie for the tailgate on RTF's Facebook Live at 7 p.m. Eastern, and then come back here for Spy Movie Trivia at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm your host, Laura Heywood. You can follow me everywhere at Broadway Girl NYC, and you can follow us at Reward the Fan. Until next time, just remember, the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. And we will always be your biggest fan. Good night.